connecting the dots. Big Four Global Technologies and Viewpaper. Thank you so much.
Yes.
And so, how are you feeling about the games today, Cairo?
I'm excited because IPT, a really powerhouse team, battling. The first match would be IPT versus Crimson Grounds, who's coming in from Davao, and it's like the North versus the South.
That's true.
So Game of Thrones, the King's Landing maybe, or like the North versus the Southerners, they clash.
Exactly.
And with IPT, IPT coming in strong right now because they're one of the reigning champions of the PGS. They've been there for a long time, and IPT going outside the country actually competing in the GPL last time. So I'm really excited about how they're gonna perform. They're the leading team right now in the PGS as well. So how is Crimson Grounds gonna fight against Philippine powerhouse?
Exactly. It's basically the underdogs going up against a team with all the international experience.
Yeah.
Probably out of all the teams in the Philippines, in fact.
Yeah, actually, except for Mineski,
Yeah,
Mineski and IPT. But we'll talk about IPT and Crimson Grounds today because they're the ones who's taking the stage for the TNC eSports Cup 2016 Nexus King playoffs.
And I believe we are now going into the drafting phase for our game today. So let's see here. Let's go ahead and
let me fix that. Alright.
Okay, there we go. So for the bands, we have the Aurelia, the Karma, and the Echo on the side of Crimson Grounds.
Yeah.
And the Fizz, Kindred, and Vladimir for the side of IPT. So some fairly standard bands, especially with the new patch. Aurelia making a huge comeback.
Yeah, actually the Triforce buff helped her a lot. Kasi Seal was okay because of the crit. But since they replaced it with the Stinger, it has more cooldown reduction now, and no, it actually applies cooldown reduction plus the attack speed increase. Really helped Aurelia kasi she dishes out more damage because of the true damage that her W applies whenever she attacks. So Aurelia really a power pick right now in the current meta, in my opinion. So that merited the ban coming in for the Crimson Grounds here, as well as Echo. Echo's still a powerful top laner, and Karma being a flexible mid laner or support champion, and she does excel in both roles right here.
Quite.
Yeah. So in the meanwhile, IPT banning out Fizz, Kindred, and Vladimir. Actually, Vladimir receiving a buff in the recent patch. We're playing in the 6.12 patch, by the way. And Kindred, really a strong jungler, even though with the nerfs that plagued him during the past few patches. And Fizz being a good top laner, a tanky top laner who dishes out so much damage, a very anti-tank champion. And we've been seeing a lot of tanks as well in current meta. So Fizz merited the ban for IPT during this matchup. So we're seeing a first pick Lucian coming in for the Crimson Grounds here, and Lucian actually received a nerf during a few patches. No, I think 2 patches ago or 6.11 in my I think, and I think it hurt him a bit. But then he's still really viable in the ADC position. Not enough to take him out of the current meta.
True.
And with the composition actually of Crimson Grounds here, we see a Zillion support here, and it's a very uncommon pick because Zillion usually now goes in the mid lane.
Yes.
But then right now I think they just want to keep Lucian alive for this one because they have a hard engage, they have a Maokai, they have a Rek'Sai, and I think if they can keep Lucian or TF alive, they can dish out a bit of damage here coming in for Crimson Grounds. And for IPT, meanwhile, they have a Darius actually, which we haven't really seen in the competitive meta game.
Yeah.
And it's just one of those few instances where you wonder, what's this cheese all about?
What are they going for?
What are they going for? But I think they have a bit of hard engage and displacement coming in for Gragas and Nami, and they have decent backline damage coming in from a Ziggs. Actually, Ziggs getting picked up by Light here, as well as a Caitlyn, which is a pretty much standard AD carry in the current landscape. So I'm really excited now. Now, how do the, since Crimson Grounds is considered the underdog in this matchup, how do they match up against the Imperium Pro team, which is a really experienced team in terms of competitive gameplay? And how about you? What are your general thoughts? Diba kasi you've been coaching a team in the PGS, and as a coach, how do you see both of these teams play out?
Well, for IPT, especially with the Ziggs changes right now, I'm actually happy to see a Ziggs finally in competitive play right now. So the Ziggs, you kind of have that extra push due to the, I believe that's
Satchel
the satchel
charge,
charge.
yes.
Yes. So as you rank it up, it's by percentage, I
Yeah,
believe.
turret execute.
Exactly. So probably we're going to be seeing quite a bit of push, especially the Ziggs and the Caitlyn.
Mhm.
For Crimson Grounds, fairly standard picks, except for the Zillion and the Twisted Fate we see every now and then.
Yeah.
Not like usually, but every now and then, it's
Mhm.
picked up. So yeah, I'm pretty interested to see what will transpire between the underdog and of course the IPT, which is a huge powerhouse in the Philippines right now.
Yeah. Gusto ko lang din i-point out yung sinabi mo kanina, which is very true, no?
Mm.
They have a really good siege composition coming in from IPT. Kasi they have a Ziggs with the third execute and Caitlyn who pokes and who sieges really well
Exactly.
with the traps and a lot of zoning potential, as well as they have a decent disengage coming in from Gragas and Dami as well. So we can see here na IPT is trying to build they have a siege-oriented composition.
Yes.
And they have decent disengage. So skirmishes also will favor them in my opinion dahil kay Darius. Darius is a really good skirmisher because of kapag if you don't have enough damage to take down Darius immediately,
True.
the longer the fight continues on, mas malakas siya. Kasi as long as he stacks the blood stacks, the hemorrhage stacks, he gets more powerful. And when he gets
True.
a fifth stack, oh my god, you're in really
Chaos
deep
ensues.
yeah, you're in real deep trouble here. But then the strength of Crimson Ground's composition lies in terms of team fighting. Though thinking about it, the TF does not fit well in the composition. Kasi once you manage to engage with Maokai, I guess you can go for a little bit of a pick-off.
Yes.
Because meron kang sure stun with the gold guard as long as you click it right. And I assume they can click it right because
Yes, of
they're,
course.
they're in this in a
They
high
made this
level.
one.
Yeah, you're in a high level of competition. So I think they have a lockdown. But then when it comes to team fighting, it would be really difficult for the TF to deal consistent amount of damage.
Yes.
Kasi diba you need to wait for the cooldown of your wild cards as well as your W ability in order
Yes.
for you to dish out sizable damage to the opposing team. If you can't manage to dish out damage, then Lucian won't be enough to do that.
Exactly.
So I think mahirapan ang Crimson Grounds dito when it comes to skirmishing, but then they have the potential to turn things around when it comes to pickups and team fights.
It'll pretty much all depend on how they play it off. Hopefully
Yeah.
the execution would be as good as we would hope
Yeah.
going up against IPT.
Yeah, it's usually the case naman, diba?
Yeah.
Yung execution mo during a fight or during your whole play, it all depends on the execution. And you need to consider then, diba? A game is considered of the pick and ban and the game itself. And sometimes some people say na the pick and ban constitutes to the 50% of the game.
True.
So if you win a pick and ban, all you need to do is do a little bit better than the opposing team. That's and then you win the game. But then if you lose pick and ban and then you perform poorly, then it's almost assured defeat. So parang it's just a map. In this game, I think the IPT has the edge.
True.
But then let's see if the underdogs have something up their sleeves in order for us to see a good display of skills in terms of both teams. And so, can you give us a rundown of both of the Crimson Grounds team here?
Alright, now let's see. So in the top lane, we have Romel on that Maokai. For the jungle, we have Vermin on that Rek'Sai. For the mid lane, we have Smash on the Twisted Fate. And to round up the bot lane, we have Neil on the Lucian and Tab Hunter on the Zillion.
Meanwhile, in the IPT side, we have JLC in the top side with it Darius, a not so picked champion in competitive play. In the jungle, we have Suez with that Gragas. In the mid lane, we have Light with that Ziggs as well. Not really seen. So they're bringing out the cheese right now. And for the bottom side, we have Hate with that Caitlyn and Nami. Poisanity on that Nami. I was supposed to say Nami on that Poisanity. Poi would be playing in the rim. It was so weird. Then Nami's controlling him.
Exactly.
Alright, so we're just waiting for the both of the for the game to load here. The 3-minute delay in the loading screen here. And what do you think about the recent nerfs then, diba? Have you read the 6.12 patch notes?
For 6.12, I haven't quite explored yet. Can you give me a bit of insight?
Okay, sige. There has been a bit of a nerf towards actually a few champions got buffed and nerfed. They have and then I think yung importante sa patch 6.12 is that yung nagkaroon ng adjustment in terms of the ROA items.
Right.
Kasi binawasan nila yung health regeneration mo per spellcast. Kasi I think it was a tad bit too strong. And ROA actually became, I think, one of the staples as a mid laner, lalo na with the rise of Swain and Zillion, and Karthus actually has a high win rate in terms of solo queue. So, sobrang nagbe-benefit sila dun sa ROA, and ROA costs only 2,600, very cost-efficient item, lalo na pag 10 stacks.
True.
So, they reduced they increased the cost, and they reduced the healing potential of the Rod of Ages. So, ma-equalize yung cost niya dun sa value niya. Kasi if ever na isang item is sobrang lakas, now everyone would be picking it out. Kahit na it's not really fit for the champion, just because it's so cost efficient. No, it would be a really good pickup for you actually.
Right.
So
I believe we are going into the game right now. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, you are joining us for the TNC eSports Nexus King playoffs. We are currently on day 2. Here for our first game, we have Crimson Grounds versus IPT, or Imperium Pro Team.
yes.
So here we are heading off to the. I guess everybody's pretty much grouped up here in Crimson Grounds right now, and then
Yeah.
for IPT, a bit more of the standard.
Covering the ground.
Yeah.
They don't want to get ganked.
Especially with this type of composition.
They kasi level 1 pickoff with this composition coming in from Crimson Grounds is deadly. Kasi once you get hit by the W, by the stun of Twisted Fate, the gold card, you're pretty much locked down kasi meron pa ng Maokai root.
Right.
And then if Rek'Sai places a point in his W, it's a knockup. So it's probably gonna be a flash burn down if one of you get caught out. But then, they didn't make any sudden moves. They didn't want to invade, and they didn't know actually IPT was spread out. So I think they're opting for a more safer early game here.
True.
And right now Maokai is actually just there waiting. I'm not so sure what the plan is. Kasi he ought to go to the top lane.
Exactly, especially since you're
Oh.
already. Oh,
Okay, he went back.
already.
Actually.
There we go. A little bit of a delay.
I thought he was just hanging out there for some reason.
Otherwise, he would have been quite a bit late for that.
Yes, it would be so weird if he did.
So I guess we're going to be seeing fairly standard laning phases here for both Crimson Grounds and ICT.
Yes, and in the top side, I think probably JLC would have a better time in the top side as compared to Romel. Kasi Darius is a pretty good matchup against Maokai, and though Maokai has a stain, he can't sustainably fight with Darius in lane. Kasi you don't have a consistent DPS. You just have a bit of a burst with the W and the Q ability. So if you manage to hit him with that, you're in close proximity to Darius, and if you're in close proximity to Darius, you're gonna get slain.
Look
really
at them
hard.
exchanging a few blows there. You're in the bot lane. Both sides trying to get as much poke as they can onto each other there.
Yeah, sobrang aggression. Pero I think lalaman dito ang IPT ideally kasi meron silang sustain coming in from Nami.
That's true.
And in the mid lane, actually, talaga nag-harasan din itong si Smash, pati si Light.
Would it be a first blood?
No! He actually survives that ignite coming in from Light. Ignite Light. Yeah, we have the flow, man. We have the flow.
Yeah.
We blow.
I saw what you did there. So there we go. Almost, but not quite. Just like probably what was that, like 1 to 10?
Probably
HP?
10 HP.
Yeah.
Sobrang liit na lang na natitira ng HP doon ni Smash. But then Light burned both of his spells. Meanwhile, Smash still has his ignite. So I think lamang dito in terms of spells, syempre si Light.
Oh, and we have a gank here coming in from the Rek'Sai. Will they be able to? Not quite. They'll be backing off from that. There.
Okay, so that was a good gank coming in from Berman, burning a flash coming in from Paisanity, and both spells for hate.
And look at IPT go. They're just really bringing on the aggression in all these lanes.
Yeah, yun nga, nakita mo yung nangyari doon sa buhay nitong si Romel. Talaga nahihirapan siya dito sa Darius. Kasi once you get into close proximity, you won't be able to get out. Kasi wala siyang escape mech. All he has is engage. And once you engage on Darius, you engage Darius in a 1v1, lalo na Maokai ka, you're gonna have a hard time, man.
So let's see what's going on.
Ayan na.
Oh, there you go, JLC.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Look at go. Grasp of the Undying being procced by JLC. They're taking a little bit of turret damage, but still JLC pretty much coming in a bit more on top.
Yeah. Speaking of Grasp of the Undying, yung Grasp of the Undying in the 6.12 patch, it has reduced healing, but it has increased damage. So a little bit less in terms of the sustain side, but then you deal more damage. Because if you're a tank, no, and you have a lot of sustain, you have an additional source of sustain. Like,
oh, look at JLC go. Will this be a potential first blood? No, not quite.
yeah, sobrang hinaharap sa ni JLC doon. Oh, nice!
Oh my goodness, will IPT Poisanity be going down? First blood going to Tab Hunter and wow, hate going down as well to RP Neil. Very interesting play there. I'm not really
so
sure.
weird.
Yeah.
Kasi they went in, I think they're just going in for the Aras. Maybe because they have the confidence na they are the bottom laner. They have the advantage in terms of skill. But hold that thought.
There we go. Crimson Hunters going in hard on IPT Light here as well. And Death pretty much going to Berman there. Again, I'm not really sure whether they're underestimating or...
Probably. I think that's one of the factors that needs to be looked at. No? Kasi since they're going in as the team to beat here in this tournament, IPT showing a bit more confidence. And with that confidence, I think it's a bit misplaced.
Yes.
Lalo na they got some early kills. CG got some early kills against them. So this would put them in an advantage. But then, it's still the early game, and if CG manages to hold on to this small advantage, a bit of a 1.3k advantage for CG here, I think IPT would have a hard time by the mid game. And yung overly aggressive play na yun coming in dun sa bot side ni Hate tsaka ni Poisanity actually getting a bit of a third hit dun, and then he gets caught out by the Zillion bombs. And that didn't work out for them, and Hate was in a really bad position. Because if you're here, if you're in this position, you really have a hard time to escape. Lalo na he tried to use the net, 90 caliber net down there, but he wasn't able to escape. And that would be a 2-0 trade in favor of CG.
Here we go, 3-0. JLC still going a bit more of the aggressive route there in the top lane, and then here in the bot lane, pretty... I guess IPT playing a bit more safely now.
They should.
They shouldn't underestimate that bot lane.
They should. Lalo na meron ng serrated Dirk. Tong is it a serrated Dirk? I think it's serrated Dirk. Yeah, serrated Dirk. I like the name. Hold that thought. It would be a gang.
But there, IPT was trying to get in there, but oh my goodness, getting the bubble there by the Nami. Trying to chase down the 3 but not quite happening there.
Ang ganda ng response. Ang ganda ng response doon ng Twisted Fate sa engagement itong si Suez. However, IPT
but
was
here
ready.
we go. Rek'Sai going in hard on JLC. Will they be able to get the kill? And yes, that is a kill for Romel in the top lane. 4-0 on the scoreboard in favor of Crimson Grounds.
Yeah, that's what Crimson Grounds need to be doing now. With the over-aggression of IPT dito sa early game, they ought to take advantage of that. And if someone is overextending, then you ought to gank that lane.
Very true, but RP Neil a bit too in there right now. Will be going down low, but Suez gonna get that kill, and then that's pretty much a 1. Would that be no? IPT Light coming in here will be able to get the kill onto the Zillion. Yes, that is 2-0 so far in favor of Imperium Pro Team there.
Now Imperium Pro Team getting some revenge kills over CG at the bottom side. So talagang war zone yung bot side natin. Most of the action coming in the bottom side, though JLC is harassing Romel in the top side big time. But he paid for that when Berman ganked Romel. Though lamang pa rin si JLC ng 10 CS dito, and in terms of gold, he's still leading even though may 1 kill na itong si Romel against him. And in this matchup, lamang pa rin si Darius. So that 1 kill is probably not so it didn't tilt the tide in the favor of Romel. But then if that happens, you get a kill, you get at least you close the gold gap, as well as you make JLC feel na the jungler is looking at me.
Yes.
So he'd probably be more safer, So it gives you a bit more allowance para makapag-farm ka sa lane mo.
And okay, there we go. Berman and Poisanity spotting each other off here in the river, and
nice sidestep by Berman there.
Very good there. JLC once again going aggressive on Romel. He wants to get as much damage as he can.
Ang ganda ng spacing. Napansin mo ba yung spacing na ginagawa ni JLC doon? Kasi once you get a hook, tapos nakapag-W ka, may auto, di ba? Hook, tapos W, auto-attack reset.
Yes.
And then you move forward, may slow ka kasi, and hold that thought.
There we go.
That was weird.
JLC. Not the best out there coming there from Sweden. Going down Smash getting the kill onto Smash. They're trying to get JLC as well. Will they be able to get the kill? Ooh, bomb coming in from Light. Helping there a bit, but that would be a 2-for-1 trade once again in favor of Crimson Ground.
But Light actually is still not done here.
We're still getting chased down. Romel and Smash going hard onto Light. They really want to get some blood off there, and yes, Light going down to Smash. Killing spree for Smash. Wow, Crimson Grounds.
I'm not even sure what IPT is doing there. I mean, I think it's more of IPT messing up. It's just CG, no? They're just taking advantage of the misplays coming in from IPT. I'm not so sure kung ano ginagawa doon ng IPT, but it was kind of an off idea to go in like that. Yeah, medyo masama yung position nila in terms of engaging that blue buff right there. And the ult of Suez, it was misplaced kasi they didn't get anything off of that.
Yeah.
They didn't get anything off of that. I think probably an angle to look at there is a bit of a panic.
Perhaps, yes.
Kasi, di ba, you're pressured to take that blue buff and there's a champion beside it. What do? You use your ult. So you might probably get it, but then, you don't have a displacement na.
Yes.
And that's what made them, be in trouble in that blue buff area in the side of CG. So, speaking of that, 3-0-1 na. Itong Twisted Fate, that came out of that trade. And right now, he has that Abyssal Scepter already, so a bit of mitigation, damage mitigation. Oops.
So we have a little bit of an error here, but don't worry, we'll go ahead and fix that right now. But nonetheless, once again, guys, you are still watching the TNC eSports Nexus King playoffs. Once again, this is Arctic with Kyrux, and we are currently on Game 1 for Day 2 of the TNC Nexus King playoffs. We have Crimson Grounds versus IPT, and once again, while we're fixing that, we once again like to thank our sponsors, thenet.com, TNC eSports, Garena, Connecting the Dots, Big 4 Global Technologies, and Viewpaker. There you go. Thank you very much to all of you.
Yeah, without you guys, we won't be here.
That sounds very...
Yeah. Yeah, of course, diba, we need to thank the sponsors. Kasi, without them, won't be here. We won't be able to cast. They won't be able to play kasi it's a collaborative effort between organizations.
And esports in the Philippines really growing because of these sponsors, really upping their game, helping us grow, and hopefully we could reach the international level.
Yeah, and hindi rin naman joke yung esports scene kasi it's one of the fastest growing industries in the world, not just in the Philippines. In the Philippines, it's just on the rise, but then in other parts of the world, it's a thing. It's a big thing. It gains recognition already coming in from different sectors of a country, diba? The government, diba? They even send out visas na for players. They consider players to be athletes, cyber athletes, and that's a big thing. That's a big step. Kasi if you're an athlete, I think you have special benefits. I'm not sure though what kind of benefits you have, but then it's still good kasi you're considered as an athlete.
Yes, that's right.
Diba? And kunyari, parang pag tinanong ka ng isang, kunyari, may family reunion kayo, and then isa kang esports player, isang cyber athlete. What do you do? I'm an athlete. Wow, really? I don't see you playing. I don't see you playing any sports. I'm a cyber athlete.
There you go.
Yeah, there's what's a cyber athlete, and then you get to tell them your passion, diba? It's a nice feeling, diba? When you share yung something that's really important to you.
Yeah.
And by the way, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there.
That's true.
Have you greeted your dads? Happy Father's Day. If you haven't, you should, because you should appreciate what they're doing for you and what they will be doing for you in the future. So
it's not too late, guys. A call, a text. If he's right with you, give him a good old hug.
Yeah.
Show some love for your fathers,
guys. So your old man's always there for you. You should be there for them.
Yes. Exactly.
We're getting a bit mushy.
No.
so I'm being cutesy. I don't like it.
Okay. So we're just waiting for but yeah, that's the funny thing. Like you mentioned, like esports is really developing, and we've come so far in the sense that especially like when you're a student, your teachers, they tell you it's a waste of time. Your parents tell you it's a waste of time. Like you should be doing something a bit more substantial. But I actually
right in the field, bro.
Yeah. But there we go. We're actually gonna be back in the game. Once again, you guys are watching the TNC eSports for Nexus King here. We are once again in the game for Day 2 of Nexus King. In fact,
playoffs.
There you go. playoffs, Crimson Grounds versus Imperium Pro Team. And that would be a dragon for Crimson Grounds. They're 9-5 on the scoreboard. Not that much of a goal difference. Still pretty much evened out on the board.
Yes, definitely. And with that dragon taken by oh no! Hold that! Oh, the damage! Oh my god!
But no, IPT is not quite finished there. IPT Poisanity is going really hard on Smash, hoping to get the hill, but with the response from the Zillion. Wow, very well timed ult there. And oh, Poisanity going down there. That is a 2-for-0 trade once again in favor of Crimson Grounds.
Did you see that damage coming in from Twisted Fate? Na talagang binatuhan niya lang ng baraha si Light, and Light just evaporated, and Hold that thought Hate almost ganked here, but then it won't connect.
Yeah. So that was very interesting. Once again, the people from, I believe these players are from Davao.
Yeah, they're from Davao.
So people, Hold that thought once again, four-man gang. They're onto IPT. They're another kill for Berman, 12-5 on the scoreboard. Favor of Crimson Grounds.
Ang pinapakita dito ng Crimson Grounds that they're not pushovers, no? Just because they're the underdogs doesn't mean they won't put up a fight. And right now, they're taking the fight to IPT.
Talk about Davao representing right there. And Suez catching Berman here, but not quite enough. Like just the pure number there from Crimson Grounds, not really. But
yeah, I think no, Crimson Grounds actually pushing towards the bottom side. They'd be taking down this Tier 2 turret fairly easily.
Suez trying to defend along with Poisanity, but not quite having to really want to take this turret down. And yes, that is another turret down on the side of IPT.
Yes, and they'd be backing out, but then IPT looking to engage
trying
here.
To get a little bit of chase there. Will they be chasing them out? No, not quite. I believe Crimson Grounds will be backing.
Yeah, they should. They should be backing kasi they took out 2 turrets already, and after that you're quite exhausted.
Yes.
Na nauubusan ka na ng skills, mana, HP. So you ought to be back out. But then
sure. Oh, look at them go. Romel going to get that initiate onto Caitlyn. Now will he be able to initiate them? No, not quite. We're getting a response here from JLC. JLC chasing down Romel. Not going down, but no, that's an ult onto the Maokai right there. But IPT playing it smart by not killing the Maokai.
Oh, nice!
Very well played there. Smash getting some damage onto Hate. Will he be going down? And yes, that is another kill. We are having a bloodbath here in the bot lane. JLC 2 down. Wow. Still chasing. Oh, Berman going down as well. Wow. Those are the plays that IPT should be.
Now you see, this is where experience comes in.
There you go.
This is where experience comes in. Kasi you saw how IPT played that fight really well, no? Kahit na they kind of messed up na dun sa earlier plays nila. Pero I think it's just, they're giving allowance to CG.
Yeah.
Now that you think about it, if they play a fight like that, kahit na gaano kalamang yung CG at this point of the game, if they play it like that, they can win this thing kahit na they're down by 5 kills by... Now actually the gold is equal. Almost equal, just 100 gold difference, but that's not really a big thing. It's something so easy to catch up to. And grabe, na-impress ako kung paano talaga nilalaro. Nakakabilib talaga. Iba yung may international experience.
That is very true.
Kasi nakita mo kung paano nilaro yung team fight, di ba? They played it really well. Yung paghintay ni Hate na mawala yung ult ni Zillion. Yung pag-zone ni JLC dun sa Lucian tsaka sa Zillion. And yung Maokai, how that Hate just waited. And kahit na engage siya, he just kept his cool. And he just waited until the right moment to kill Romel dun sa engagement na yun. And right now,
Crimson Grounds going for the Rift Herald. I believe this will be uncontested. IPT not aware at all that Crimson Grounds is taking this. Will they? I believe the best person that they should be giving this to is perhaps the Maokai, I believe.
I think it could go for it could go to the Rek'Sai as well. Kasi Rek'Sai is auto attack based. So, I think mas mapapakinabangan. Pero okay din kay Maokai kasi meron siyang increased movement speed there.
That's true.
So they can use that.
Well, that's all 3 members of Crimson Grounds going on to JLC. They really might get this kill. Ultimately going to nice. I believe that was a flash.
Yeah, that was a flash. That was a flash. But then it was a good flash kasi
very good.
They spent a lot of resources doon. No?
They invested a bit too much there.
Yeah. But then it's all good kasi they're gonna go for a push in top, no? Yung TP ni Twisted Fate didn't really go to a waste kasi they'd be using that to mount a push in the top side. But then IPT is ready to defend
Yes.
the top side, and I don't think they would be able to take down this turret if IPT is there because of the insane wave clear potential coming in from light, as well as the disengage. If ever they want to, race forward and just push towards the members of IPT under turret fire, because they can do that. But then they have disengage. IPT has disengage. They have Rexa, Gragas, and Nami.
IPT taking a little bit of damage there from Tab Hunter.
That doesn't matter. They have Nami as a healer.
That's true.
So
that is the importance of the sustain.
Yeah, the sustain na. It keeps you alive. Keeps you alive. Kasi actually Nami, di ba? Napansin mo na Nami was back in the competitive play and competitive scene. Again, gets picked up again after a long while.
Very long while. I believe was that during MSI?
I think so. Basta she went back to the meta. Kasi because of the innate sustain, disable. She's like a Janna.
Yes.
It's similar to Janna. It's just that she fulfills a different role when it comes to the ult. Kasi her ult can be used to set up, can be used to disengage. She has sustain like Janna's shield, though it's not a. It has more, and Nami has a bit more offensive capability then. So good pickup here coming in from IPT. Both teams trying to, I think they're gonna go for a mounted push in the mid side. However, IPT is there as well. And both teams trying to play this out very, very carefully, since one mistake could lead to an objective. Lalo na Baron is up. If one of these teams make a mistake and mess up in a team fight, it could mean a Baron. And or a dragon as well, because it's up as well. And IPT here, I think they're gonna siege the mid lane.
Like they really want to go for this mid lane.
Damage, not a lot of damage coming in from light here.
Lucian clearing this wave here, but
ouch! That Zillion hurts. That full AP build though.
I know. Yeah, we're actually seeing. I believe that's gonna be a
Rabadon.
Rabadon, there.
Probably a Rabadon. Zillion would benefit greatly from the Rabadon's death. Kapag nagre-resurrect siya, almost full HP if not full, almost full HP if not full HP.
Yes, that'll be a huge factor for Crimson Grounds. Hopefully if they play it right.
Yeah, and pwede mo na rin i-consider si Zillion as a wave clear champion at this point. Kasi his time bombs could practically take out the whole wave with the amount of AP that he has right now. And let's look at how much AP. Let's look at how much AP Zillion has. He has 185 AP, and that's a size. And you have 2 bombs. So yeah, I think he can practically take out a wave all by himself. Though it's additional farm for his teammates, I don't think he would be doing that.
And the thing is, like, we've seen IPT earlier when Zillion gave the ult to the Maokai. You see how calculated they were in making sure that when they killed the Maokai, they wanted to make sure that the Zillion ult was already off the Maokai. Yeah. So I think that's another factor that Crimson Grounds has. And like, I think the best time that they want to get that Zillion ult is when chaos pretty much ensues. Like, you want to make sure that IPT doesn't get a clear view of when that Zillion ult is up.
Yeah, pero I think kasi if they put it too early, like lalo na pagkakasimula pa lang ng isang clash, hindi mo ma-maximize kasi they're just gonna wait for that to expire. And probably ang kailangang i-look out dito ng CG is when someone is about to die already. Like parang nag-hard engage sila and then that person would be taking the brunt of damage, probably Maokai or Rek'Sai.
Yes.
Then use the ultimate just in time before the last hit hits.
Has to be very well timed.
Yeah. Kasi IPT, nakita naman natin kung paano nilaro yung Zillion ultimate kanina.
Exactly.
So, it's CG's the ball is in CG's court right now and how they will play that Zillion ultimate, and this would be another contested objective here. CG trying to take this Earth Drake right now, but IPT trying to contest this one.
Well, here we go. JLC going for smash, but not right. Ooh, wait, very good there. But JLC taking down the Twisted Fate there. IPT. Pretty much a bloodbath here from separated sides of the map. RP, running for his life, but JLC still getting the kill. Double kill for JLC. Romel going for IPT later, but Suez here to back up. Will they be able to get the... No. Very well played there by Busani. Triple kill for JLC. Will IPT get chased? But no, they're going to settle for this kill. That is a 3-for-1 trade in favor of IPT now.
Yeah, grabe yung bawas ni JLC and Romel in trouble.
JLC still wants some blood onto Romel. They'll be giving chase, but very play there. Well, JLC, yes, I believe this will be another kill. Chasing, but no, Grasky and Dying is trying to see, but no, not quite. JLC is dominating on this game. Goodness gracious, right there.
Grabe yung damage output ni JLC and sobrang kunat niya pa.
Berman trying to defend, but no, not quite happening there.
Yeah, I don't think he can. He doesn't have a decent wave clear.
Especially being a Rex, I know.
Pero grabe, I just would like to comment yung damage output ni JLC dun sa fight na yun. He single-handedly zoned 3 members of, 2 members of CG dun sa fight na yun. And grabe, napatay niya agad yung Twisted Fate and Lucian, which are the damage dealers. Oh!
So, Smash trying to get IP to base sanity, but will he be able to get the guy? I believe so. Berman, very okay. I guess a little bit of revengeance there.
Yeah, but then they spent a flash there. Berman spent his flash just to kill the Nami. I don't think that pays off really well. Kasi it's just a Nami and you don't get any objectives out of that. I mean, I could understand if it would mean that you could get an objective like a turret or a Baron, but then you don't get any. Kasi IPT would be ready to defend a mountain push in the mid lane.
Oh, JLC really going for it and still, the ult's already up there. JLC.
He's just going half.
He is not. He's just fearless there going into the... Will Neil be going down as well. Double kill once again for JLC. IPT really making a comeback. They are not underestimating, or they are just in it to win it at this point.
Yeah, it's just JLC carrying IPT in his back right now, man. I swear. He's 11-4-2, man. And no one can kill him 1v1. They can practically send JLC and Nami to 2v4 or 2v5, and they would like last for a few minutes before they die. And they would probably take down at least 2 members from CG, because JLC is just really strong right now. He has resist for armor, he has magic resist, he has armor shred, he has everything right now. And CG, they need to deal with this JLC problem before it gets out of hand, because right now it's getting out of hand, I'm telling you.
And especially considering like earlier in that mid lane, like in terms of numbers, like Crimson Grounds, there were a lot, and then it was just JLC, and I believe it was the Nami as well with JLC at the time, and JLC just went in fearless. So imagine like what more when IPT is grouped together, we're going 5v5 and JLC is just gonna be a monster.
Yeah, and nakita mo naman kanina, kinain niya yung buong ultimate ni Lucian, hindi pa siya patay. And napatay niya pa si Lucian, he managed to inflict 5 stacks of hemorrhage. I think it's because nakapag 5 stack na siya, so a hit from hemorrhage would inflict 5 hemorrhage stacks immediately, and that took down Neil sa fight na yun. It was just like, oh my god, I'm gonna die, oh, I'm dead. 5 stacks of hemorrhage, my god, it hurts so much.
That is like 17-16 on the board right now with still not that much of a gold lead. 2,000 gold, not really that significant.
Yeah, pero
yet.
If you think about it, 17-16, lamang sa kills ang CG, equal sila sa turrets, and lamang sa dragons ang CG. But the gold lead is in the hands of IPT. It's because of the CS. You know, if you look at it, lamang yung 3 carries ng IPT sa CG dito. Oh, and that.
JLC wanting to get on Neil there, but no, not happening.
Yeah, as I was saying, 50 CS ang lamang ni JLC kay Romel, and sa mid lane naman lamang ng 60 itong si Light. And sa bottom side, lamang ng 40, at least 40, itong si Hate. So doon nanggagaling yung majority ng gold lead. And IPT mounting a push in this bottom side while CG just keeps on pushing in the top side.
That is not a good...
I know, it's not a good trade. Kasi second tier turret ang mawawala sa kanila. And if they keep pushing this one, 2 lanes ang gin-push ng IPT, and JLC just tanking.
And that's like not even...
How?
Not that really significant.
Yeah.
Especially since like...
Oh, in a really bad position. You're in a really bad position.
Poisanity with the wave. Oh, we have a little bit more action here going. 2 people going on to JLC. Wait,
oh my god.
IPT like killing spree 2 of these members. They really want to take JLC down.
Oh my god. It's insane.
Throwing punches there.
And they're running
JLC
from
is still chasing, like even with the HP difference, but they know JLC, all that damage. Look at them go.
Oh my god.
JLC will be chasing down Romel. But, oh, that is an inhibitor down here in the bot lane.
Oh my
goodness gracious.
I just can't. The damage and the sustain coming in from the queue.
Okay, so a little bit of a tech failure. We'll get.
I'm betting you Maokai dies.
Yeah,
I'm betting that Maokai dies in that top side trade.
exactly.
Man, I mean, you shouldn't discount the fact that Darius regenerates per target hit no kanyang decimate.
Yeah.
And that gives him so much sustain plus the tankiness. And coming in from the actually they're done so. IPT won. I think they won.
Yeah, I believe.
Because of the bottom side push.
Oh yeah, they could
Yeah,
just finish
kasi
the game.
kasi nakita natin kanina no, yung pinupush na ng IPT yung bottom side, like 4 members are there, tapos napatay nila si Twisted Fate, and Lucian was almost down. I think he probably died. And yeah, it was a game for IPT, no? At first, di ba, akala natin IPT is on the losing end, but then they played the mid game really well.
Yeah, and I'm actually interested in seeing the damage that came out from JLC there. And there you go.
There
as it
you
reflects
go.
in the graphs, almost
There you
25,000. Like
He out damaged his carries. Like, it's really far, man. He is like 14k damage ahead of Hate and 5k damage ahead of Zig. So
technically, like he wasn't even building like pure damage.
yeah,
It was
it's
like
just
more tanky.
yeah. I mean, it's just about staying longer in
Yeah.
those fights and making more impact. So
Exactly.
congratulations to IPT taking the first game against CG. Will this be a 2-0 or will this be a contested one, a 1-1 or a 1-1-2-3?
Yes.
And we'll see. So again, once again. So yeah.
Thank you. Of course, once again to our sponsors, by the way, the net.com, TNC eSports, Garena Connect.